Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1967 Olympia SM8 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Western Germany and one of the top typewriters of all time, along with the other SM models from Olympia, also known as the Mercedes-Benz of typewriters. And this one's unique. It has green shift keys and knobs. I've never seen that before that I can recall. They're typically turquoise on this model, and the paper support arm flips out horizontally instead of vertically. And I removed this to check to make sure that that's installed right, and that's by design. It's not bent or anything. This is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0, and the right one around 80. And this is the paper bail that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. And I'm checking that again. It doesn't really sit on that, or rest on that. Typical paper support arms hold it up like this, nice and high. So I don't know if you know why this was designed that way. Please leave a comment so we can, so I can know why that was designed that way and why these are green instead of turquoise. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 1.5, or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want 1.5, just flip that switch down 1 notch. It skips 1.5. One more, it skips 2. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. I switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side. Flip that down to the orange indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle on the white indicator, it prints no ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top on the blue indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. Super reliable, powerful, smooth. What Olympia is known for. Print looks perfect. Elite number 8, which prints 11 characters per inch on this specific machine, which is common for Olympia. Olympia made a lot of 11 character per inch typefaces, whereas most typewriters traditionally are either 10 or 12, which is Pica in Elite. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip that forward. It unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. I'm going to put the color back on black and put the paper support arm back to its resting position. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. It does allow you to get past that type all the way to the end. And one other thing that I always forget is that there's 2 holes on the card guide here that you can put a pen in and draw straight lines either horizontally or vertically by just moving the carriage. You have the pin in there, or just feed it through like that. All right, where was I at? This is your carriage lock. Flip it up and move the carriage to the middle. It locks it in the middle, and it also locks the keys. Doesn't lock the shift on this model. Flip it down to unlock. Backspace on the right side, very good. Tab. So this is one of the differences between the SM8 and the SM9 is this has a manual tab set on the back here, kind of like the margins. You just push them in and move them. They're already set at 10 space intervals. So when you just hit the tab button, it just stops at each one of those. 6 of them total. The SM9 has them either on the keyboard next to the spacebar or right here. And you set them, you can set as many tabs as you want on the SM9. Which, you could take, that's obviously a more refined typewriter, the SM9, but this is less maintenance over time. So you can just take your pick depending on how many tabs you use. If you're a very tab user person, then you want the SM9. If you only use tabs not that often, then you want to go with this one so you could just last longer, less maintenance, less servicing needed. All right. Hood opens like a car hood. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling to the right clockwise. If you want to switch that direction, the side you want it to go to, just flip this ribbon guide to the middle, and it will pull it to that side. And it's meant to catch on the eyelet at the end of the ribbon. And once that happens, it will swap automatically to the side it goes to, that it needs to go to. And that's the little metal piece on the end. If you don't have one of those on your ribbon, you could tie a knot, and that should catch it. All right. This does not have a touch control on this SM8 model. but it does feel really good. It's got a really sweet spot on the touch. This is lighter than your um, the earlier SM models like the SM7, 5, 4, and 3, which I like. I'm a light touch guy because I'm just used to typing on a computer, but I'm not a writer, so just it's your preference. Right carriage release only, doesn't have one on the left side, very smooth. And if you pull out the knob, it disables the spacing when you turn the knob so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. Same concept if you move the line space selector all the way back, it disables the spacing. Flip it forward, you get those clicks. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.